Hey there everybody, this is MillenniumJester signing in with a brand new Let's Play. I'm probably going to take a little break from Pokemon Brown version for a little while because, quite frankly, that game is driving me banana sandwich. So I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 1 on Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. This is the Game Boy Advance collection, sorta collection I guess you could say. It's based off the WonderSwan Color version of Final Fantasy 1, PlayStation version as well. If you've ever played that one on what was it, Final Fantasy Origins? I believe that came with like 1 and 2. I think that game came out for like $40 too. It's crazy sometimes, like how much these games cost. But yeah, so I'm gonna be taking a small break from Pokemon for a little while. I'll still be recording Mickey's Castle of Illusion. Should have some more episodes of that out. So basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys that little update on what's going on. Also, I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on what team I should use. So just comment below, and like, you can either comment like which class you would like to see played, or rather the entire team you would like me to use. I would be cool with either. Trying to investigate that, but anyway, you can select your game. We're not going to be playing Final Fantasy 2 right now. I do plan to complete like the entirety of this game. So the bonus dungeons for this, all of Final Fantasy 2, as well as the what is it? It's like a after story for Final Fantasy 2. What's it called? Chamber of the Soul. Yeah, Soul of Rebirth. That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. So I'll be doing all of that, but that's later. That's for future me to decide what the hell's going on with that. But needless to say, when you press start, you can choose a new game, and you have a selection of characters you can choose out of 4. I'm just saying if you've never played Final Fantasy before. But yeah, we have the warrior. The warrior like can use a wide array of weapons and armor. They can use the most weapons and the most armor in the game, I believe. They're pretty good. Later on in the game, they can become knights. I believe they're called knights or paladins. I can't remember. Depends on whatever they're called. Whenever the game's released. But yeah, they can use white magic, and it's like a little bit of white magic, nothing too crazy, but they get like the best gear in the game basically. They're also quite pricey. The thief, who can use probably the least amount of armor. I wouldn't say the least. I think the monk can use the least, but they have low armor stats but high evasion, so they can avoid attacks. I think that's how it works. And yeah, they have really high speed. They can't steal in this game though. They can only eventually they become ninjas and can learn up to level 4 black magic. So they're alright. They do a lot of damage though. They have a high damage potential because they just because of their high speed, they hit a lot of times in a row, so it helps them out damage even the warrior and some of the other classes later on in the game. The monk is bare knuckle fighting. They probably do better without any weapons equipped, because the more they level up, the more damage they do with their bare fist. I believe that's how it works. I don't know the exact like formula. Like, I'm not a math wizard. I don't sit here and like, oh, the formula, you just put it in and you can determine. No, that's not me. But he does do very good damage. He has high HP too, which kind of offsets the fact that he doesn't get any armor, so he's alright. He's probably like the cheapest character to run because he's very, self-sufficient pretty much. The red mage is kind of your jack of all trades character, and I really don't like using that phrase, but he can use black magic and white magic, and use a good amount of equipment in the game. Not as much as the warrior, probably around the same or less than the thief. He's like between the thief and the monk, I think, but he can use some stuff that the thief can't. He's a weird hodgepodge of character, but he can use certain white magics and black magics up to like level 4, and then once he becomes the red wizard, he can use slightly more. He's very all around. Like, he's got a good utility set, but he's not nowhere like at the end of the game. He's not going to be very good because his stats tend to teeter out towards the end. The white mage is your healer, and he can use support magic. or she. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I always like to think that the white mage is actually a girl in my fan fictions, but no, she can use white magic up to level. I can't remember what level it's at, but they're very useful, very useful. The probably one of the hardest runs would be like an all white mage run because they just have no damage output. But they're very useful because of their healing. They get Cure, which heals one target, and then they get Heal later on that heals like a bunch of targets for less HP. And they also get some damage dealing spells that deal damage to like undead classes of enemies. It's kind of like light based spells, but they don't work on anybody else. And then yeah, they become the white wizard later on, and they get access to holy and the best healing spells, so they're pretty good. And black mage, he's your basic elemental damage dealer. I don't know if enemies are weak to elements in this game. I don't think they are. Yeah, no wait, they probably are. Yeah, yeah, they do have weaknesses. I wasn't thinking right. I don't know why. Maybe, yeah. But anyway, the black mage doesn't have too decent defense stats. He doesn't get any armor like at all. He gets some sets, but they're weak. Him and the white mage have comparable armors, and he doesn't really get any weapons too much. He gets like rods and stuff, and he also gets like claws later on when he becomes the black wizard. But other than that, he doesn't have physical damage. But his magic damage is there. It's very potent, and it can help a lot of the time when facing with enemies. So I usually run black mages a lot because they're cool. And I'm a black mage in Final Fantasy 14. Anyway, yeah, they become black wizards at the very end of the game, and they can learn like flare. I believe it's flare. Yeah, they can learn like flare. Just awesome damage dealing spells. But yeah, they're all pretty awesome. So, yeah, if you guys are feeling froggy, comment in the description here or wherever you guys comment. I don't know if you guys go to like other people's channels and comment on my videos because that'd be weird. But yeah, just comment on which setup you guys want to see me use throughout this playthrough, and yeah, we'll get started on that probably tomorrow. Yeah. So this has been MillenniumJester signing off. Have a nice day.